Hi everyone, it's Casey from the Lane Small Business Development Center. Today I am off to a client visit. It's been a while since I've done a client visit, and so I'm super excited to do one today. Also, I'm really excited to see this business because I think it's really interesting and something cool and new in our area. So it's a hostel that is in the Whiteaker neighborhood here in Eugene. So I'm excited to see what they have going on there. I looked at the website, it looks great. So we're gonna go talk with the owner and see a little bit about what they offer there and check it out. So let's go. Okay, so I'm here today with Mac of the Eugene Hostel. Can you tell us how long the hostel has been open here in Eugene?
10 years.
10 years. And why did you start this business?
Well, it actually wasn't my idea. I just happened to start helping with the project and ended up actually being sort of the last man standing on the project. And I just kept going with it. Started very small with maybe 3 beds and renovating the house, and then I took over management of it and then got ownership of it in I think 2010.
Yeah.
And so now I own the business, and I'm trying to get things kind of straightened out.
So what, can you tell us just a little bit about what you guys offer here as far as rooms and amenities?
Okay. Typical hostel environment would be dorms, and we have a 5-bed men's dorm, 4-bed women's dorm, 3 2-bed dorms that are mixed gender, and then some private rooms.
And so we're standing here kind of in the kitchen. So there's a kitchen. What other things can the visitors use here?
All right. So a hostel is a lot more communal than a hotel. So we have a common kitchen that is fully equipped, and we also provide some staples. We have spaghetti and rice and beans over there, and then we also have a breakfast in the morning. So, and refrigerators to store your food. So a lot of times people will be making meals together. We also have a rec room in here that I display local art, and there's musical instruments, and I also have art supplies and games and frisbees for playing disc golf, and so I just try to facilitate people's adventure or experience at Eugene.
And you also were telling me there's bikes for rent outside
and we
too,
rent
right?
Bikes. Yeah, we actually partner with a guy in town who has a bike rental company, and he has 4 bikes here that we rent for him.
So are a lot of your clients, are they traveling? Are they backpacking? Are they coming in just for the weekend? Or is it just a mix of everybody?
Well, it depends on the season. During the spring, summer, fall, it's a lot of tourists, so we get probably 70% from overseas, just because they're actually more familiar with the hosteling scene or environment, and then the rest Americans or people nearby. We get college students, people coming to the games, and people relocating. They're coming from another part of the country and they want to check out the Northwest and maybe move to Eugene. That happens more so in the fall and winter too, and so we get less international travelers because the weather's not that great. But we get people trying to relocate, or students or that are looking for housing and they need a place to stay until they get there. So, yeah, I would say that's probably most of everybody that I get.
So I read online that sometimes you guys do potlucks, and I know you have a lot of musical instruments. Do a lot of your guests kind of come together and make food together and play music together and things like that?
Yeah, for sure. I have, typically on Sundays we had a potluck. We kind of moved that around. We're going to start doing communal meals on Thursdays. And we have jams pretty often. A lot of travelers are kind of musical, artistic people, so that happens a lot, especially in the summer. But I also do a show. The neighborhood, the Whiteakers, got something we call the Last Friday Art Walk, and I've been part of that since the beginning. And so I have bands here during that event.
Okay, so let's talk a little bit about Roger's class. So you're at the end of the class, and how many weeks long was it?
It was 8 weeks.
8 weeks, but you met every other week, correct?
Every other week, yeah, 4 classes.
So how was the class for you? Have you finished your business plan at this point?
Well, not quite, but it's a big project. But I have made some huge strides, and it's got me thinking about things that were super necessary. So I'm definitely grateful for the class. I'm glad I took it.
Can you share with us at all what it is that you were trying to get out of the class and what it helped you with?
Yeah, well, just facilitating ideas and having some expert advice, it's real helpful. So I needed that push. I'm looking at buying this property, so I just needed that push to keep moving forward on this business plan and have something to show the bank as far as a plan.
Yeah.
And this thing is sweet because, well, they've got some online software that kind of walks you through how to do the business plan, and it's really pretty amazing because you just plug in this raw material and it makes it into this pretty neat thing. So, yeah, that's a huge resource. That was worth the price for sure, just to have access to that thing. But the push, that's what I needed. I just needed a little bit of a nudge to keep going.
And going forward, will you be coming in to continue to see Roger to finish
absolutely.
up your plan?
Yeah, I think that makes a ton of sense. There's no reason not to do that.
Okay, everyone, so I'm leaving the hostel, and I just want to say that it's a really cool place and it's a really cool idea. And if you're from out of town or you have guests coming into town, it might be a place to think about staying because it's pretty inexpensive, but it definitely is a hostel experience. So if you don't know what it's like to stay at a hostel, you might want to check that out first. Otherwise, it's super cool, and it was super fun getting to know Mac a little bit. So I will put a link here to their website. You can see photos and all kinds of things on their website of what they offer, and I hope you'll check it out. So thanks, as always, for watching. Bye.